Nick Ziadie is part of one of the greatest footballing legacies in Jamaican football. A Jamaican international whose performances in the Manning Cup for Georges still see him ranked amongst the best ever.
Hi, my name is Nick Ziadie. I played for Georges between the years of 1983 and 1986, and I played in the position of wing-back in the earlier years and midfield later on. Well, I was more defensive when I played in the Manning Cup. I was a wing-back, but I was an attacking wing-back. At times I was a right-back, but I'd end up on the left-hand side playing. I guess the coach, I played in the midfield under my father, probably my second or third year in the Manning Cup. When I went to college, I guess the coach over there, Dita Fikin, saw that and put me in an attacking position, and I became the forward. I scored a few goals for Colombia. Played under my father, and I consider him the best coach that I've ever played under. It was just different. We all love playing for my father. Anybody I played for can attest to that. From what I see teams doing now, it was the same, same thing he did. Such as his philosophy is understanding the game that I think had him a cut above the rest. He made it interesting. We enjoyed going to practice. I loved practice, and everybody else on the team loved it. I can't say the same for every other coach that I've been under. What he focused on was a lot different from what many coaches focus on here. We hardly did the laps around the field, and we did physical work, but we made it fun, made it with the ball. It was very tough. Not having him there. Actually, I remember when I got the news that he passed away, I was at practice for the Jamaica juvenile team on a Sunday, and somebody came and told us they didn't believe. Went back home, and then when we saw everybody there at the house, we realized, and I realized it was, it was true. That year was tough. Played for Dennis Barnett. I was the captain, but as I said, it was a tough season. I played just for that semester. I just went to school for that semester and left right after. As I said, because it was tough. There are many good players, both at Georges and other teams. I remember Hugh Blair, excellent player. To this day, my father thought he was probably the best schoolboy football player when we played. Just reminded me of Pele, very good player. I remember playing against Charlie Miller for Excelsior, another excellent player. There was Sean for Georges. When he needed a goal, he had the strongest left foot. When he needed a goal, Sean would be there to put it in. Little John at Georges. Brian Hamilton, Skitto, who was the most skillful midfielder I've ever seen. Probably the most skillful player I've ever played with, So, there are many great players in the Manning Cup. Chris, my brother, another great player. From as far back as I can remember, I always put on my left foot first. I put on my left sock and my right sock, left boot and right boot. I like to play with an undershirt. That's my ritual. Yeah. Remember in college I used to take a shower before every game and I used to have my foot wrapped. I injured my foot one season, like in pre-season, and I had to have my foot wrapped, my ankle wrapped. And the first 3 games I played with a bad ankle and I scored goals. Ankle got better. The next game I took off the wrap and I didn't score. And ever since then, during college, I would have to have the same foot wrapped every time I played. I think we had a great team. Both the years we won the Manning Cup, we had great players, but we played as a team. I think the key was that we really loved each other, and we're tight-knit, and we're like family. And I don't think I've experienced that anywhere else, and with that team. Back in '85, we had won back-to-back. Before we had won back-to-back Manning Cups, and we're going for the three-peat, And we were playing against Excelsior in the semi-finals. It was at the stadium. The first game, KC, I forget who they played, but KC won their game. I made it through to the finals, and we were playing Excelsior to beat KC in the final. So it would have been a huge final, because you know the rivalry between KC and George is the Battle of North Street. And everybody was anticipating us winning. It was, you know, all we needed was a draw to go through, and we lost the game. And it was because of an own goal on my part. I went up with the goalkeeper. He called late, and as I was going up, I kind of tried to back out, and the ball skidded off my head and ended up in slow motion in the back of the net, and we lost 1-0. But George has been doing extremely well, so I mean, I think they have a very solid chance of winning. They're up there every year, you know, and Bristol's done a tremendous job with them, and they're always one of the top teams, so I don't see why they shouldn't be at the top this year.